behalf of the City of New York, it's a great pleasure to welcome all of you to the 2010 New York City Veterans Day Parade. No words are adequate to express our gratitude or repay the debt we owe the members of our armed forces. Since our nation's founding, these courageous men and women have represented the best our country has to offer, risking their lives to defend the freedoms we continue to enjoy today. This year, as we observe the 60th anniversary of the outbreak of the Korean War, we pay special tribute to those who served in Korea, and we remember all those who have fallen in defense of the United States and our allies. Here in New York, we're committed to providing support to the hundreds of thousands of our residents who are veterans and active duty personnel. We encourage all Americans to join us in this effort, not just today, but every day. Please accept my best wishes for a meaningful and enjoyable Veterans Day.
Good afternoon and welcome to the 91st Veterans Day Parade in New York City, produced by the United War Veterans Council of New York. I'm Chuck Scarborough along with Paul Buca. Marching up Fifth Avenue today are going to be veterans from the Second World War, from Korea, from Vietnam, from Iraq and Afghanistan. And among them are 4 Medal of Honor winners. And I'm very proud to say that my co-host, Paul Buca, is one of them. Paul, this is just a spectacular day. It's a crisp, I emphasize crisp day, fall day, and a great day for honoring those men and women who've served this nation in combat, isn't it?
It's a wonderful day, and I was teasing some of the Korean War vets that this is summer to them, based on what it was in Korea when they served there. So this is a spectacular day. It's anniversary for the Korean War, and for them, many of them, it'll be the first parade they've ever had in their honor.
It is the forgotten war, and we're so glad that we're able to honor them with this wonderful parade today, because the Korean War started 60 years ago in 1950. And it was sort of forgotten. It was a war that accomplished a great deal. If you look at Korea today.
That's right.
It did, and it was the difference between North and South Korea. I mean, they have quite a legacy that does need to be remembered and honored.
It's a legacy that many people say predated Vietnam, in the sense that the country was too busy to say thank you. So it's, I think, a wonderful time for them, and it's beautiful.
It is. And we have quite a parade today, too. This is a spectacular parade, and the route began down with the opening ceremonies with you, down the Eternal Light Monument, and comes up Fifth Avenue, about 50 miles. Michael Gargiulo is standing by along the parade route. Michael?
Chuck and Paul, it's great to be here. I've had the honor of reporting on the U.S. military in Iraq, in Kuwait, in Panama, and most recently in Greenland, and I'm honored to now be reporting on them right here on Fifth Avenue as you see some of the military vehicles come down. It's really great to be here, and I have to just give a special shout out, because I know this is going around the world, to anybody watching at Camp Stryker outside of Baghdad and Bayap, the Baghdad International Airport. I got to be there in 2007 with our troops in the 10th Mountain Division. Anyone's there today, wish you the best. Hope you enjoy the parade. And now, let's check out my colleague, Elise Zwick, who's on the other side of Fifth Avenue. Elise.
Thank you, Mike. Oh, it's a beautiful day here in New York City, honoring our Veterans Day Parade today. I am a veterans advocate and spokesperson of the United War Veterans Council. Thank you to all of those who have served, who are serving, and to your families. We thank you and we honor you on this day. It's a beautiful day in New York, and we're so glad to have you with us. Back to you, Chuck, in the booth.
All right, Elise, thank you very much. And this is, as Michael alluded to, this is the first time this parade has been broadcast.
Absolutely.
And it's broadcast not just here, but we're going to broadcast it in other cities around the country as well, and also globally on the Armed Forces Radio and Television Network. So I'm especially proud about that, because
absolutely,
it's great for these guys to see this, isn't it?
It is, and these are the buddies waiting to get home and join their friends here. So it's a wonderful opportunity.
It's a fabulous opportunity. And you have been in a number of these parades, Paul, and you know that this is quite different from some of those you saw marching up Fifth Avenue in years past, right?
It wasn't too long ago that Mayor Giuliani and I walked down to Fifth Avenue and didn't see a person. It was just the two of us and a few vets.
And now we've got 18,000 marchers. We've got 3,000 current active duty in this parade. And look at the crowds. I mean, it's great to see people turning out, not just veterans, but the citizens of New York turning out to honor the veterans.
And we have a lot of Iraq, Afghanistan vets in this parade. So they'll be saluting their buddies overseas as they pass.
Well, we're delighted to have with us right now one of the Grand Marshals of the parade, General Raymond Johns, the commander of the Air Mobility Command. Welcome, General.
Thank you, sir. As
you look out of this parade, what does this mean to you to be here today?
Well, to see the city of New York come out and to share their appreciation for the veterans, the 23 million veterans plus that wear our uniform, that have served our nation. It is just very much of, that's what New York is about.
It is, and this is a perfect day for it, too. What is the Air Mobility Command, and what's it do?
So we're part of the great ballet of airmen that support the joint fight. So we do all the airlift, we do the air refueling, and most importantly now, air medical evacuation. So deliver hope, we fuel the fight, and we save lives.
And you've had a pretty busy plate here since 9/11. I mean, you've been supporting 2 wars, thousands of miles from the homeland, and everything else that the Air Mobility Command has to do. How does that affect your lifestyle, the lifestyle of the troops you command?
Yes. Well, we're about 135,000 airmen, active, guard, and reserve. And so when we're doing the Afghan plus-up, the Iraq drawdown, then Haiti kicks in. We support an oil spill. We support an earthquake in Chile, the floods in Pakistan, and then at Manas with Kyrgyzstan, we had the change of government. So a lot of demands. And then we had this thing of a volcano in Iceland that changed the whole flow over the Atlantic. And so what did we do? Our airmen responded to support the joint fight, support our Army and our Marines on the ground forces with all the airdrop. It's amazing.
It is. As you look toward the future and you look at how the military challenge is evolving,
yes, sir.
How is the Air Force adapting to that?
So it's part of the joint fight. What do we bring? So if I say 3 things, what does the Air Force bring? Global vigilance, knowing about the enemy, and having our intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance with the predators and reapers so we can understand who the enemy is and give that solution to the combatant commander so he can take action. This thing called global reach, going out anywhere in the world in about 18 hours where we can respond anywhere in the world with airlift, air refueling, and then this thing of global power, being able to hold any target at risk so that the president or the combatant commander can take it out a place and time of his choosing. So really, global vigilance, global reach, and global power, part of that great joint team.
Yeah, it's quite a mission you've got there.
General, could you tell the listeners what percentage of this force is Guard and Reserve? Because many people are under the impression that the Guard stays home, Reserve waits, and I think it's important that we learn a little bit about who's in this fight.
And just in our small segment of Air Mobility Command, I'll take that, we're about 55,000 active duty. But we're 135,000 strong because of the Guard and Reserve. Those citizen soldiers who leave their employers and leave their family for a week or sometimes a year and support us across in the airlift, the air refueling, and 88% of our air medical evacuation, those people that save lives in the airplanes, are actually in the Guard and Reserve.
Wow.
And those employers are so phenomenally supportive of what we do.
General Johns, thank you very much.
Sure, thank you.
Appreciate you coming.
Thank you, sir.
We'll be right back with more of the Veterans Day Parade in New York City after these messages.